It is a monster matchup, Jim Begley.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
Well, we're on the way. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Anthony Elanga is a very talented lad, Peter. And what I like to hear is that he pushes himself hard. He's hard on himself, that he won't settle for something average or decent. He wants to be the best he possibly can. So he pushes himself to the limits. And while his attacking game is growing and getting stronger, he still has some work to do, perhaps on the defensive side of things.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Kulusevski. Oh, nice touch. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Rabiot attempts a clearance. Decent chance! Goal, Sweden! And Sweden take the lead. You don't keep those outs. He just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
France are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Saliba. Hernandez. Camavinga. Saliba. Hernandez. Camavinga. Rabiot. And here's Mbappe. And it's Koundé. Succumbs to the pressure.
Koundé really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Doué. Dembele. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Chance! He has done it! They have come roaring back!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, There's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Camavinga. And here's Dembele. Picks it up out wide. Oh, and he's asking too much with that. Lindelof. Bergvall. Isak looks to get on the end of this. Camavinga. Doué. Koundé. And here's Mbappe. And it's Dembele. Bergvall. Elanga. Lindelof. Aim forwards. Bergvall. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Olise. And here's Mbappe. Koundé. Very nicely done. Goes for a shot! Bergvall. Lofted upfield. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Camavinga. Upamecano. Over to the left. Only partially clear.
A golden era in wider pits.
Got things up gently down. Kamara. Played with Olise. Mbappe. Koundé. Good, strong midfield running here. And that has been cleared. And that's been won straight back. And the shot! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot.
Finesse.
Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Ditch defending, but that'll do. Done.
It'll be crucial that he can pick the ball.
Bergvall.
Must have been told to look for ways to try and construct some space down the middle here.
And what is it, Jim, that they're actually achieving?
Well, it opens up the pitch, stretches the opposition, and it activates more running room.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's heaved it away. Clipped into space. Short changes him with that pass. Olise. Doué. And here's Olise. And he's got his diving header! Bergvall. Lindelof. That's really well manoeuvred. Moved on forwards. Koundé. Camavinga. And it's Doué. Doué unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Isak played out to the left flank. Oh, that's nice. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Elanga! And the ball's come loose here. Mignon. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Elise. Elanga tries to dink it through. Now it's Kulusevski. Shapes to shoot! And for a moment, time stood still.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Upamecano, still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Doué, Dembele, played out to the right. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Kulusevski. Elanga. Nice control. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And here's Isak. Chance for a shot! Kulusevski with the short one. And he's there to get it away. And here's Kulusevski. Spread out to the left. Bergvall. Bergvall's cross. Kulusevski. Isak! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's been taken short. Aimed in towards the centre. Elanga. Mbappe proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Rabiot. Saliba. And back to the keeper they go. Mignon sends that a long way. Hernandez. Camavinga. Saliba. Camavinga. Saliba. Played over towards the opposite flank. Bergvall has created one goal already. And it's Dembele. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Olise. That's good play. Doué. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, easy pickings there. Hernandez. Hernandez. Forwards and with intent. Elanga. That's a good run down the left. Cleared away. Oh, the ball's come loose here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's played forward. And it's Dembele. Camavinga. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Hernandez picks it up now. And that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
He's got away. They've played it short. Cross goes in there. Defending of the desperate variety. Moved on forwards. Clearly not happy with that. Elanga. That's very neat. And it's played in here. Rabiot gently done. And it's Kulusevski. Proves too strong. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Olise forwards and with intent. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Doué. This might spell danger. Mbappe. He's got away with one there.
We're talking about creating a problem for yourself. Okay, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Kulusevski. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Kulusevski. Out to the left it goes. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Bergvall. Bergvall played out towards the right wing. Lovely bit of skill. Well timed, excellent interception. Doué. Now it's Mbappe. Out to the right. Doué. Rabiot. Camavinga. And here's Doué. Camavinga! Bergvall. Camavinga. Done delicately. Oh, he's found support out wide. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Camavinga. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Kulusevski chooses to go back. Dembele shifted upfield. Now it's Mbappe. Olise aim forwards. Can he finish? Isak. Elanga. Oh, delicate chip through. Upamecano gets it clear. That's a nicely weighted pass. And the pass is intercepted. Dembele. And it's Doué. Doué. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Takes a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Climbs up big! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Camavinga. France disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Moved on forwards. And he cuts out the supply. Saliba. Camavinga. Upamecano. And it's played forward. Rabiot forwards and with intent. Oh, played through for the wide man. Olise. And across it goes. And that has been cleared. That's really well manoeuvred. Out for a throw. Isak. Now it's Isak. Elanga. That is lovely. Firmly met. That'll be a corner. Kulusevski plays it short. It's a pretty loose pass. Upamecano. promising looking ball that. That's a little off target. And here's Isak. Tries a measured ball. Hernandez attempts a clearance. And it's Doué. And here's Doué. Now who's going to be first to this? It's Dembele! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And here's Mbappe. And here's Dembele. Koundé. And a chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Bergveld. And he's making progress on the ball. Oh, sweet feet. Now it's Mbappe. That's going to go a long way. France have got it back and they'll have another go. And here's Dembele. Turns. Oh, shooting chance! Superb from Dembele!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Camavinga. Doué. Rabiot. You can run onto that. Moved on forwards, is onto it in a flash. Lindelof. Aim forwards, Saliba cuts it out. And it's played forward. Looking here to chip it through. And here's Isak. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Rabiot, that's a delicate pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That's really well manoeuvred. Upamecano gets across to intercept that. Saliba. And it's played forward. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Muscular approach does pay off here. Langa. That looks a cracking ball. Isak. Isak plays it in. Tries to get it clear. Hernandez, gently done. Camavinga. Rabiot. Spread out to the left. Dembele. Doué. That is a brilliant interception. Aim forwards. There's the whistle for half-time. France come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
France are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. It's a goal kick. Camavinga. Hernandez. Koundé. Upamecano. Rabiot. Camavinga. Over to the left. Lindelof. Buildup. Hernandez. Camavinga. Doué. And here's Mbappe. Steaming on. Mbappe! And he's there to clear it. And it's Camavinga. Camavinga. Moved on forwards. And the counter is on. Probing pass. Now it's Isak. And he's away. Isak. He's on it. Can he get away? Bergvall. Shot a goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Kulusevski goes short. No way through, so back it comes. And he shoots! Oh, that's well done, really robust. Lindelof shifted upfield. That has been cut short. Rabiot. Saliba. Doué. Koundé. Doué. Doué. Now he's got space here. Kulusevski. And here's Isak. Spread out to the left. Elanga. Over to the left. Bergvall. Time to deliver. Bergvall's cross. Mbappe. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Played towards the other side. And here's Isak. Elanga. There's the shot! Kulusevski, gently done.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Elanga. And here's Isak. Elanga. Camavinga. Hernandez. And it's played forward. Danger averted for now. That'll be a throw. Nice physical challenge. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Terrific save by Manuel! Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well. Yeah, I think the word from the touchline, Peter, is that defence needs to focus on runners and balls over the top.
Yeah, it's a clear change in approach, isn't it?
Yeah, and if they drop off, there has to be a strong level of industry from other departments in front.
Camavinga. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has brought them to a possible solution.
Mbappe. And Sweden can break here. Oh, good spread. Oh, Red, nice interception. Camavinga. And here's Dembele. And here's Mbappe. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Isak. It could be in here. Out to the left it goes. Elects to cross. Bergvall chooses to go cross-field. And here's Isak!
Isak has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
He's in a good position. Isak! Sticks it away!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening. Sweden really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And it's Koundé. Rabiot. Lobbed in behind. 60 minutes played. Elanga. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Upamecano. Rabiot. Upamecano. Upamecano. Forwards and with intent. Bergvall, delicate ball, and it needs to be. And that has been cleared. Dembele. Hernandez. Now here's the delivery. He can get that clear.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Calmly anticipates. Now it's Isak. Tries a shot! Goal, Sweden! And the comeback is complete. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Sweden go into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
France getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. That's really well manoeuvred. Aim forwards. Kulusevski. And it's Kulusevski. Kulusevski on a strong run down the right. Here comes another cross. Mbappe. Olise. Koundé. Hernandez. Camavinga. Koundé. And here's Mbappe. And he's running through.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Upamecano. Rabiot. Doué. Koundé. Olise. Olise. And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Olise clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
That's really well manoeuvred. An inviting looking ball that. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Elanga. And he's on a charge. It's gone out for a throw-in. Hit into... It's a mighty effort! Harmlessly behind.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Rabiot. Nkunku. Olise. Mbappe. Big chance! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's hoisted clear. Upamecano. Saliba, gently done. Cuts out the pass. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. It's Hernandez. He's had a shot! Oh, that is very close.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Moved on forwards. And it's played forward. Saliba makes the interception. Played out wide. Plenty waiting in the middle. Bergvall. And the finish! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Camavinga can get it clear. Played with finesse. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Bergvall. And a shot! Decent hit and on target. Hernandez. And that was nowhere near his best. Rabiot. Koundé. Rabiot. Upamecano. Camavinga. Forwards and with intent. Over to the left. Delivered with swing. Over hits and out of play. Bergvall. He came in hard, very hard. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Bergvall. Olise, looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Great reaction. Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Kulusevski with the short one. Looking for a decent ball in. Bergvall shoots! Should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Lindelof. Kulusevski looks to the other side. Elanga. Olise does really well there, strong defending. Saliba. Camavinga. Nkunku. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, that could cost them.
Mbappe was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Saliba. Hernandez. And it's Dembele.
France really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Camavinga shifted upfield. Hernandez. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe played out to the left flank. Lindelof tries to clip. Mbappe has a shot!
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Nkunku. Camavinga. Rabiot. Olise. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Isak! Oh, off the bar! Tries to get it clear. And it's Bergvall. And here's Isak. Played out to the right. Plenty to aim at here.
Sweden surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Camavinga. Nkunku. Hernandez. Now it's Isak. So what can they make of this? Kulusevski. Spread out to the left. Elanga. And here's Isak. Oh, that's well done, really robust.
Sweden clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And it's Kunde. Lofted in. He's there to get rid. They've played it short. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? And it's been taken short. Can he deliver? Dembele. Hernandez. He's gone for goal! So close to drawing level.
What a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
And here's Kulusevski. Out to the left it goes. Elanga. He could be dangerous. Up he goes! Oh, that was no routine save.
Isak is offering a wry smile there.
Well, the clearance is short.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Isak. Now that's well seen too. Olise. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Kulusevski. Isak. Over to the left. Elanga. Oh, it's played. Great chance! They've done it! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Perfect timing, perfect connection, and a perfect outcome.
I'll tell you, Peter, more went into that than you'd think. He had to anticipate the cross, get in the right position, and then time the volley.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Digne. And it's Camavinga. And here's Dembele.
Dembele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Isak. That's really well manoeuvred. Digne. Isak. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Nkunku. Rabiot. Klaus. Oh, it's Dembele. Klaus. And he's managed to get free. So who's he picking out? Out of play for a throw. Elanga. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Johansson, long ball by the goalkeeper. Nkunku. Rabiot. Klaus. In by Klaus. That is good defending. It's been repelled. Kulusevski looking to get on the end of this. He has found the way through. Mignon deals with that nice and simple. That has been knocked clear. It's a great ball. Olise, back when it goes. Mbappe has a shot! Oh, they could be caught out here. And again! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Klaus. Camavinga. Aim forwards. Shot, surely! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Dembele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Isak takes control of it and he's on the move. Upamecano with the slide tackle there. Klaus. Rabiot. And it's Nkunku. And the referee brings it to a close. France pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. So